Welcome back to the zachNcory podcast, episode number 6.
Number 6, dude. Today we got some interesting stuff to talk about. Finally, starting to get the show put together a little bit better now. And
Slightly better.
So on the show today we're going to talk about people that scam their way through interviews. A couple other different
you probably know quite a bit about that.
I got a couple here.
Just a guess.
We'll talk about some of the things that happened to me growing up. Going to the state hospital, visiting there, some of the psych wards we had. We have another fact or fiction segment coming up. See if you can tell whether I'm telling you the lies or if I'm telling you the truth. And
I'm guessing they're all lies, probably.
You have to wait and see.
I got the science experiment that I saw a documentary about the other day that I want to bring up and talk about.
We'll talk about that, and then I got a bumper sticker theory. Foolproof theory that I came up with. A way you can tell right away if someone that's driving in front of you is an idiot or not. It's pretty foolproof.
Understandable. I could see that.
Yep. So let's get started, man. Like I was saying, I have a theory that I could bluff my way through almost any interview. Like if I take an interview without knowing anything about it,
go in and wing it.
Well, I won't wing it. I would plan ahead, but only thing I could probably get almost any job. Just literally just knowing the key terms and phrases ahead of time, going in to a job interview. If once I get hired, I'm probably gonna get fired because I'm not gonna be able to do the actual job. The only job I wouldn't be able to probably do that with is like maybe something like where you save lives, like doctors, lawyers, like a pilot. I probably couldn't pass those interviews.
Well, there was a dude that actually did that. He acted like he was a pilot. He bought a pilot outfit and shit, like at the airport. And he flew on planes, and he flew people around. Never had a pilot's license.
That was a movie that they did that in.
Yeah, I know, but it was real, too.
Oh, it was based on a real thing?
Dude actually did that
back
shit.
in the day.
Imagine doing that.
That was back in the day.
You're just like, I'm just going to sneak up in this airport, get on this plane, and fly these motherfuckers wherever they're going.
Well, that was before 9/11, so I think it was a lot easier.
Oh, it was way easier, yeah.
You literally just buy a uniform and then tell people you're a pilot.
Virtually doesn't happen nowadays.
Virtually doesn't happen? I don't think that happens at all.
It probably does, man. What about Malaysian Air? Whatever, that Malaysian plane, 200 people disappeared off the face of the planet.
No one cares.
Nobody gives a fuck. They're just like, what do you do? You know?
That's a new documentary that they came out with. I haven't watched it.
Is it? Yeah, I haven't seen it either.
It's on Netflix.
I need to watch it.
Don't waste your time because everyone that watched it, they're looking for answers. It's like, what?
There's no answers.
What happens to Malaysian flight, whatever, and then they just don't tell you anything. We still don't know. So
sounds about right.
I guess I'll watch the part 2 when it comes out in a couple of years, and you probably still won't know. But yeah, there's a lot of theories on that.
Yeah, that's
nuts. But the funny part, no one even cares.
Yeah,
about the people. Everyone's worried about the airplane. What happened to the airplane? No one cares about the people on board. Like, I don't think that was from a fake pilot, though. That's probably one of the eliminations, I would say. It's probably not a thing.
Probably not, yeah.
Yeah. But
you never know.
Yeah. But let's maybe get back to the people. Why I think I could fake my way through interviews is because there's so many people that lie on interviews. Or lie during their interviews and lie on their resumes.
Right.
So I got a list here of people that lie on their resumes and have fooled people for years. And the first one is basically anyone who ever wrote a resume is a liar. It's just a churched up.
Everybody?
Every single person, dude.
I don't think they lie. I would say they exaggerate the truth, probably.
Which is the same thing. So you got a guy that he says he's an ex-manager. He managed and directed health and safety sanitation department for a gourmet dining facility. What kind of job would you think he did? That's what he has on his resume.
Chef?
No, he's a janitor, dude. Just a janitor. That's how you church up a janitor to talk.
Anyone who ever wrote a
resume.
Rounded up. He just rounded up a little. Like
lies.
He was just a janitor, but he's like, yeah, I'll round up. I'll be a chef.
No, he wasn't applying for that job. Anyways, it doesn't really matter. But the next person I have on here is definitely the guy that does the hair and makeup for goddamn, what's that show? Not Impractical Jokers. Undercover Boss. Those guys, whoever does the hair and makeup for those disguises, he's a liar. He doesn't do hair and makeup. It looked like shit.
On his interview or whatever.
They all look
resume.
so fake. He just stuff he bought at the Halloween store. And then he told him, he's like, yeah, I can do hair and makeup. Because, dude, if you had a dude walk into your like store.
Dude,
Wherever
just
he worked, wearing like all of a sudden a mullet and a fake mustache. You're like,
Wait a minute.
wait a second, you are not. Are you the boss?
It's
like that's so fake.
rubbing his
dude.
mustache like, see?
He takes a drink out of his cup and his mustache comes off. Like, oh, put it back on. Like, that's another person that lies, dude.
It's like Three Stooges shit right there.
Yeah, you're telling me that guy is the hair and makeup guy that they hired from there is actually has experience? I don't think so.
Probably not. I don't know. I've never seen it.
No, you never seen that. You never seen the show?
I don't think so. Maybe like once.
I don't know what you do spend your time watching.
I watch real man shit like Jersey Shore.
You do. It's the stupidest thing I've ever.
I haven't seen the new ones. The new ones are just.
You told me
trash,
that I didn't. I thought you were just like fucking with me. I'm like, you don't watch Jersey Shore.
No, dude,
There's no way. A grown man watches
spray
this show.
tan the whole 9 yards, dude.
No, dude. I had a one year. The guy I lived with, he went as a Guido for Halloween, so he went and actually got spray tan twice, right back to back.
It's like dark.
Oh, orange. Yeah, they wouldn't let us do it, and I did it too, just because he was doing it. I was like, I guess I'll go do it too.
Ah, see, you did it too.
I wasn't a Guido though. I was a homeless person. I went as a homeless person.
Same thing.
Yeah, so I was like, I just get tan because homeless people are tan because they're outside all the time. That was my theory. And the first place they wouldn't let us. They wouldn't let us do it for some reason. So we had to go to one place and then go to another place and get spray tanned again.
Oh yeah.
But they were like, we can't let you do that. I don't know
You're
why.
just gonna look like shit.
Yeah, and we're like, no. They're like, are you sure? Like, yeah. We're going. He's going as a Guido, and I'm going as a homeless person for Halloween. So that's what we want to do. They're like,
Did you take a shower the next day? That shit washes off. And it's
no,
just
it didn't.
Well, I mean, like,
No.
a lot of it does.
No, we were orange for like a week. We went back to
Well, no
work.
shit, because you went fucking like 2 times in a row.
And people were like, what happened to you guys? They thought we were like trying to look good and stuff. Like, no, we had to explain the whole thing. Like,
Yeah, right.
no, we were
Very believable.
we were
Corey.
homeless. I was homeless, and I had people that year. I went as a homeless person, and I had a sign and everything. And people thought I was actually homeless. Like, they threw me out of the one bar I went to because they thought I was a homeless person. Like, no, this is just a costume. Like, this is just a costume.
Probably wasn't even Halloween
And-
though, was it?
No, it was.
I could see you doing that in
Just
like
for fun.
July.
Just going ahead
Yeah.
like homeless people. Yeah, some people would buy me drinks because they thought I was homeless, and then I was like, dude, this is a good scam.
Oh yeah.
And it was actually it was Halloween. So and he was a Guido. It was just a white T-shirt, spray tan, and I think he slicked his hair back or something.
Lucky I wasn't around, dude. I'd have been like, get a job, fucking loser.
Some people told me that.
Did
Some
they?
people, yeah, they were
People
like,
are mean.
like, dude, being homeless is not easy. Like, Jesus, I was like, yeah, an old suit I cut up. I went to Goodwill and cut it out. I looked homeless, dude. It was a good costume.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Another person that this is a good one. It's ballsy. I think her name is Daryl Lynn Roberts. She worked for the Tampa. Well, she didn't work for the Tampa Police Department, but she took a job last minute as a Tampa Police a sign language translator, and she was up there. She was up there doing it, and none of it was real. They said
That's just she's just like
fake.
up there fucking just guessing like.
Yeah, they said none of it. They said none of it made sense. Like someone came in later, and they were
Wait
really,
a minute.
They were like, yeah, they were really outraged. I guess so she just lied about that.
Yeah. Did you see that video the other day? That TikTok where that they were at that. Was it who sings that song?
Like
WAP?
Cardi B.
You
or
know,
something.
you know the song WAP.
I don't know who sings.
But
it.
yeah, they had a sign language person up there. Like, it was the greatest thing I've ever seen.
Show us what she was doing at a concert, dude.
Up on stage, that's so funny,
didn't
dude.
think-
Like,
I didn't
so
think
many
that was
questions
real.
there. Like, why the fuck is deaf people going to this concert?
Yeah, I don't know.
I guess just to see like the singer, the artist.
Yeah, watch them dance.
Can't
and
hear
stuff. There's
shit
a
though.
lot of-
You're over there looking at the
Yeah.
translator. Like, I wonder what Cardi B's saying.
That's what it was. Yeah, I was trying to figure out
So
if that was
fucked.
real or not, man.
Yeah,
was
I
like-
think it was real. I don't know. I wasn't there. Thank God.
Well, you don't have to be there. See it on the internet. It's true.
No, I don't know, man. That AI shit's
Dude, yeah.
getting a little crazy.
Yeah. Dude, I saw a really hot translator the other day.
Oh yeah.
And yeah, I think it was like a legit translator. I was like, that's pretty fair. These people lost their hearing. At least give them something
That's
good to look
pretty
at. You know,
fair.
let them look at something that's pretty decent. You shouldn't have some old lady up there doing translations. Like, that's fair.
That's true.
Yeah, that's what they should do. That's what they should.
Plus, old ladies have like
Hire 'em.
arthritis where they can't like.
Well, they should hire them
do
all
the,
based on the old flight attendants, like matrix.
you gotta be
have
at
to
8
be
or 9.
hot. Yeah,
Yeah.
you have to be pretty hot to be able to do
It's
this
not like
job.
that anymore. Now it's like
No,
it's just not like that.
no, whatever. It's a bunch of dudes with lisp giving you fucking drinks. on a flight. Like, whatever.
And then being
Get the
bitchy about
fuck
it.
out. Yeah,
That's
get
the
out
part
of
I
my
get
way.
mad about. I don't care if you're gay and you serve me drinks, whatever. I don't care. But when you're like giving me fucking sass,
Yeah,
like,
stop.
dude, shut the fuck up and
stop
pour
with
my
your
Jack and Coke,
fucking
please.
sass.
You know what I mean? Like, come on.
Yeah, the flight industry is going downhill.
Don't be
fast.
fucking rude.
Just like Malaysian Air, dude. Going
Yeah.
downhill fast, dude.
Wonder why that plane disappeared. Probably 'cause someone did get their fucking drinks served with no attitude, you know?
Yeah, but it is always funny when they're not prepared. They're pushing the cart and then they hit some turbulence and they go rolling all the way
Ooh.
back. I wasn't ready for that. You do this every day. This is your job, dude. Fuck you
Get
doing?
better.
Get better at it, dude. Like working on a ship. There's a guy online who works on a ship, dude. And he just all of his videos are just him doing stuff where he's standing sideways. Like,
Yeah.
like, what's he doing?
I've seen
Oh, he's
those.
on a ship. Then the whole thing, everything's shifted, and the cart goes rolling, and all this stuff goes rolling, catches it
Yeah.
all.
That'd
His
be hard,
whole
dude.
Life is spent like that.
Sidewards.
Yeah, you don't get any time off either. Like, you don't get to just, okay, well, we're done for the day. No, you're just in bad storms. He's like flying up in the ceiling and stuff. It's crazy. People are nuts, dude. What people will do for money, which we'll talk about that here in a little bit too. What crazy things people do.
Chefs pay
for
good, though.
money.
I bet
The
a
chefs
chef
on
on
a
a
boat?
boat probably pays really good.
I don't know.
I guess it depends
I don't
on
know.
where you're at.
No, most of those guys.
Most people that work on like cruise ships and stuff are from like third world countries and stuff. Like
Yeah,
they
I've been on a cruise and
are
they
super poor and stuff.
Yep.
But that's why the cruise lines hire them, is because
they
it's
pay
so much
them almost
cheaper.
nothing. And when you go on a cruise, they expect you to give tips, like tip to
Right.
people because they're like they just come out right out and tell you they don't even care. Like, yeah, we don't pay these guys anything, so if you could tip them, we'd appreciate it. I'm like, what?
Yeah, like wait a minute.
Yeah,
Like I
so-
just paid $1,200 to go on this 3-day trip.
That's actually not that much.
No, it is.
Nah, I went on a 7-day cruise for $600.
Yeah, and you went down south. I'm talking like
Where-
Alaska,
Why would you go on an Alaskan cruise for?
because it's fucking gorgeous.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't know.
It's like cold and like
Them dudes
majestic.
work their asses off though because they come out. They're not just servers, dude. They all sing and dance. Like, I don't know if they're asked to do that or not, but they all come out, dude. They start fucking
Probably not doing it
dancing.
for fun.
No, they're doing it for the tip.
Well, yeah, I guess for the tips.
Yeah, they're not doing it for fun, dude. No one's doing that 12 hours a day for fun. Like, no sane person. No, they're trying to make money to send back to.
Yeah, I think Buffalo Bill's the last guy that did that just for fun, like dancing around in a dress for fucking 12 hours a day.
Who?
Buffalo Bill. Or Buffalo. Yeah, Buffalo Bill, the guy who had dug the hole in his kitchen floor. Dug a real
Do you
deep hole
realize
and kept
that
people in
movies-
it.
You realize that movies that you watch aren't real life?
That's true.
Do you realize
Buffalo
that?
Bill happened.
No,
that was a real thing.
from that was from Joe Dirt. That wasn't a real person, was it?
It was a real, that situation really happened.
I think you get-
That's why.
I think you get
That's why Joe
documentaries.
Dirt. That's
No, I think you
I was
get
watching this
documentaries
documentary,
and
dude. I think
movies.
it was called Joe Dirt.
You call everything a documentary, dude. That's not how things work, dude. What other
No, that's real.
documentaries have you watched recently, dude? The Titanic? Fucking fake. That's
That
what
was
they want
fake.
you to
It was
think.
actually like the sister ship. I can't remember what it was called.
No,
But
it wasn't
They
like
actually sunk that one as,
No.
for
Have you,
insurance.
you know how big the
Got some
the
insurance
Titanic
money.
was? You put that next to a real cruise ship nowadays, it looks like a little
Oh,
boat,
nothing, dude. It looks like,
It's
it's like a sailboat you play with in the bathtub on Tuesdays, you know?
No, yeah. God damn it, dude. I got one more person I want to tell you about. Done talking about cruise ships, dude. This one's the most interesting faker of resumes, though. He was a doctor. His name was Malachi Love Robinson. Okay, he was like 20 years old. He was like-
Doctor?
yeah, he was a doctor.
He must have killed it. Killed it in school.
A lot of
Just
people thought he
fucking-
was like Doogie Howser, dude. So he was running this. He was running this practice. It's called like naturopathy or some shit. Where was he at? Oh, he was in West Palm Beach, Florida. He ran this thing. He ended up getting charged with 3 counts of fraud and all kinds of other stuff that they caught it, or they claimed. You know, you're free till you're proven guilty. Innocent till you're proven guilty. That's what it is.
Right.
Yeah, so he got all these charges, but he had a holistic medical practice in West Palm Beach. It was called New Birth Life Holistic and Alternative Medical Care Center, and turns out, like I found this article because I've heard of all these doctors that have been practicing there. What you do is you move to a town, you rent like a building. You put up a little plaque that you printed off online. It says, like, you're licensed to practice as a doctor.
Right.
Come to find out, these people have been doing this for years without actual licenses. because no one actually checks up on it.
Right,
'Cause
right.
If you ever go to the doctor,
Yeah, I don't follow up on it. Like,
no, you're not going to go there like, write it down and then go research it. So if no one ever checks up on these people, a lot of like plastic surgeons do this, but then there was a couple people that I've heard of that they've been doing this, like they literally just watch a bunch of episodes of House and watch YouTube and read a bunch of books, and they're like, I can have my own practice.
how hard could it be?
People do this for years without getting caught. That's what
crazy.
This guy didn't make it very long. He only did it for a couple years and got caught because it was all a bunch of bullshit stuff.
A couple of years, still a long time though.
I think it was a couple years, yeah. But he had an actual doctorate degree, dude.
Huh?
Yeah, got it online from the Doctorate of Divinity University or something. Guess how much he bought this degree for?
$360.
You're way off.
$36.
You're pretty close. $32.99.
Really?
And he thought what he was doing was legit. And he was like, I have a degree. I didn't just print one off. I paid $32 for this. It was like an online course. And he was just doing like spiritual holistic medicine and helping people with like depression and substance abuse. And he's really just ripping old people off.
Damn.
Yeah, isn't that crazy?
So at least
Like,
he
got
made
away
some money,
with
though.
it. Yeah.
So he made some money.
For a while, I guess.
A couple of years. Doctor pay, that's pretty good.
Yeah. Like
For $36 or $32.
$32.99, yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, I don't know how you get away with that, or even have the balls to do something like that. Like,
Yeah, that's
but when I was saying I could fake a job in there, I would do like I tell people as a CPA or something, not something.
like I
That's
can
where
save
I'm
your
like,
life.
yeah, where I'm like taking your meds away from you, like a spiritual healer or something. And I'm telling you, come in and I'll give you these
Guy
sessions.
comes in like, hey
and
doc,
stuff.
you care if I get some Percocet? And dude's like,
Yeah, you just got.
all I got is like tree roots and a little bit of bark.
Yeah, that's what they do.
Crush
Some
that up
teas.
and snort that shit.
We'll make some tea out of this, save your life. People do that all the
Huh.
time now. Isn't that crazy?
Damn.
People do this kind of stuff and like try to
Get
get
away
away
with
with it and have no, they justify it to themselves.
Professional scammers, dude.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, they're just pros at it.
Which is, there's all kinds of scams out there that you deal with every day, like day to day, that you don't even realize because you're so used to it. There's people do segments online like, what's the biggest scam that just becomes normal? And insurance is one of them.
Insurance is
yeah.
a fucking scam, dude. Let me tell you about something that I ran into the other day. So I get a bill in the mail from a doctor's office or whatever at urgent care. And I'm like, man, that's kind of weird. I haven't been to an urgent care in 8 months. I was like, when's the last time I was there? And I start thinking about it. And I'm like, oh, yeah, it was 4th of July. And I had a tick on my ass. And I couldn't get it off. I had my wife kind of dig at it, because it was on the cheek. It wasn't nothing kind of, weird.
What did you do? Heat up a spoon or a fork or something? And try
No,
to dig
you're
it out?
supposed to not do that.
Oh, you're not?
No, they that makes them regurgitate their blood back into you, and that's when you get Lyme disease. But
Oh.
good to know, huh?
So what'd you do?
So anyways, wife digs at it for a while, couldn't get it out, like the head came off or whatever. So the head stuck down in my ass.
Just lay it on the fucking ground with your pants down to your
Yeah.
ankles? And she just-
Yeah, I was like, I gave her a pocket knife because I was like, it's got to come out. I mean, that's all there is to it. So then,
Do you have a scar from this?
I don't know, I haven't looked at it in a while. The bump was there for forever. So anyways,
Ah.
I'm on my way to work, so I got to swing by the urgent care, like, hey guys, what's up, mind getting this tick off my ass? And
Damn.
go in there, pull down my pants, and chick's like digging at it with these tweezers, and she's like, let me go get my good tweezers. And goes out the door and leaves the fucking door open, like, kind of pushed it closed, but then the wind, like, airflow just opened it. So
Dude,
I'm just in there, like,
They're out there
ass
laughing
out.
at you like,
Yeah.
this guy's got a tick on his ass for some reason.
yeah, like, what was this dude doing?
Yeah, what was he doing in the woods, dude?
But then they ended up getting it out or whatever, no big deal. And I left, like, hey, like, on my way out of doctor's offices and shit, it's always like, hey, do I need to pay you or whatever? Like, and they're just like, oh, no, you're good. I'm
That's
like,
what they always
oh,
tell
thanks,
you.
man. Like, my
Oh,
insurance company
cool.
must pay for this since I pay, so much for insurance.
Oh, do you?
And then we end up 8 months later, 8 months go by, and then I get this bill in the mail for like $185 or something from 8 months ago. Like, why the hell did it take 8 months, 7 months to get the bill from the town I live in to my house? Like, what What the fuck?
Why did it cost $180 to?
I mean, it took her like 45 minutes.
Yeah, that's good money, dude. That Malachi dude was probably making a killing, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good damn urgent care.
Crazy. And that's on top of my insurance that paid theirs, you know what I mean? So shit, it was probably like $500. I have no idea.
Dang, dude. Yeah, what a scam, dude.
Yeah.
Man.
Scam, dude.
Yeah, that's
fucking insurance is.
That's the ultimate scam.
It's horrible.
We used to pull a pretty good scam when I was a kid. We'd go to fairs every weekend. We'd do like tractor pulls and whatnot, which I thought was a normal thing for the longest time until I like moved away from my small town, and I was asking other people, like kids, like, "You guys go to tractor pulls and stuff?" And they're like, "What is that?" And they had no idea. No,
what the fuck's a tractor pull?
Mm-hmm, and I explain it to them. Like, no, you get this tractor and then you pull all this weight down the strip.
Like,
yeah, that's
why?
it. Like, why? I'm like, what do you mean why?
So you can do it faster.
No, the farthest. It's not the fastest. You're not trying to go the fastest.
Oh, really? I have no idea. I don't go to that shit.
See, you don't.
I got better things to do.
No, you don't. Like, dig ticks out of your ass. That's what you do. You spend your weekends doing, dude, for who knows how long. Well, we go to these every weekend because we did it. And so to get, I guess I'll explain it to you because you don't know either. So if you go and watch in the grandstands, you pay the fair price. You get in the fair, you go watch it. You go do all the events at the fair. But if you want to get on the inside of the gate, dude, in the pits, it costs more money. And we were poor. So what they do is, I thought this was the most normal thing ever until one day I was sitting there thinking about it, talking to my brother. I'm like, do you remember when we used to do this? This is really weird. But what we'd do is my dad would go, he'd drop us off outside the gate. We'd get out. It was like $10 extra a person.
Yeah.
Or $5, I think, back in the 90s. He would go in, and then he's like, hey, let me get a stamp so I can that way you can go in and out. They stamp. It's just a little stamp, dude. But the thing is, they change the stamp every week so that people don't try to just go out and buy a bunch of stamps for themselves.
Right.
Or they'll change the color of the stamp. So you don't know until that day. Because people will do that. You just buy a whole collection of stamps and different, like, you know, if it's red every week, the same one, you just have your own stamp. And, but, so my dad would go in and do that. Then he would go way down, meet us by the fence, like later on. And then he'd lick his hand. He'd be like, lick your hands. And we'd all lick the back of our hands, and we'd press it up against.
Yeah, makes a copy for free.
And then my brother and I would do it to him. We were just like, let me lick on our fucking hands.
We didn't even go to fairs all the time. We did that, I think.
Just lick fucking shit.
Warren County Fair.
Or just lick stamps.
I just eat the stamps.
You probably did. But not weird, though, now you think about it, like, yeah, damn.
That's just what you do. I don't know.
Yeah, we would go up against the fence and be like, here, put your arm, fucking. And then like, and we go up, yeah, we was just in here. Like, when there's
all the, like, words are backwards and shit.
Yeah, they didn't give a fuck. It was all smudge anyways. But, and then 10 and under, if you were 10 and under, you got in for free. So every time, like, my dad would take me and my friends, you know, we were 12, 13, 14. I was 10 years old for like 14 years. They were like, we'd look at them, like, how old are you? I'm like, I'm 10. And they're like, okay, free. Me and all my friends would just, hey, we're 10 today. And like, you know, like.
Gotta act 10.
Hey, like, act 10, dude. And then if anyone ever goes to a fair, they used to like throw stuff out into the stands, man. The grandstands, like cool shit. Sometimes like oil, which is weird. They're like a fucking bottle of oil. Like, who wants some AMSOIL? And they throw it out, and people are like, oh, try to catch it. It's fucking weird. Most like t-shirt cannons and stuff, but a lot of like oil frisbees.
It's crazy because oil was like way cheaper back then. Imagine now, dude.
Yeah,
I don't think $15 a quart.
I don't think they throw oil out anymore.
They should.
Yeah, they should. But if you want the key to getting all that stuff, dude, we'd come back with tons of stuff. Because as soon as we'd see them come out, like after like they always like pause the event for something, like fix the track up or like demolition derbies and stuff or whatever. We're like, dude. So me and my friend would run down the stands. We go under the stands. I mean, we're like
go down further and
12, 13,
more shit.
Fighting off actual 10 and under kids for this shit. And we just like, give me, because everyone goes to catch it and it drops right through the stand every time, dude. We come back with all kinds of cool shit, dude. And we figured that out one time. Like, so we would always have like all kinds of cool shit, dude. Like free, like just giveaway.
Damn, that's
like,
sweet.
Bullshit, dude.
Hell
pens and
hats and shit.
Hats and t-shirts that were way too big for me that I just always wore, and stuff like that. And
that's
then
sweet.
The most fucked up one that we used to do though is when we go to the state fair. Every year we go to the state fair in Columbus, Ohio.
Yeah, state fair is a big deal.
It's a big deal, and that one you couldn't do the stamp trick. They had it figured out, man. But I mean, you just pay to get in. We would go. One year we went, and in that place, we're all about the free giveaways. lanyards, pens, like, because we go in August and then school started, so we get all of our school supplies from all the people that are giving out free samples and stuff.
Right.
So we'd have all these pens from all these different people.
You walk in school like, hell
With
yeah,
all this
you're
cool
damn right.
shit.
It
Yeah,
says
with all this
Amsoil, that fucking
Yeah.
Amsoil pen, dude.
Yeah, most of it was like weird companies you never heard of, like little contractor companies that are
Yeah.
trying to like advertise. So like, dude, we get all kinds of stuff. That was like the whole goal. We'd go to every booth and just like take as much stuff and magnets as we could.
Hell yeah.
But the problem is you need somewhere to carry all that stuff, and you're there all day.
Mm.
So what do? Well, you can rent like a wheelchair for $10, but no, we're not paying $10 for that, dude. So the 1 year we saw a sign that said, "People with disabilities get free wheelchair, dude."
Oh my god.
Yeah. So my dad got the idea. He's like, "Hey," we like walked up to the gate. He's like, "All right." He's like, "Get in my arms and act like you can't walk." So he would get I would get in his arms. He'd carry me in there.
That's fucked.
No, yeah, just to save $10. He's like, "Hey, I need a wheelchair stroller for my son." And then for some reason I would act like I was like all fucking like, I don't know. That was just like me doing that for. And then he put me in and we wheel off and that jump out of it and we'd have somewhere to put all of our shit.
Damn.
Isn't that fucked up?
Yeah.
It's hilarious though. We used to do that kind of stuff.
Well, that's shame on them for charging $10 for a fucking wheelchair. That's rude.
Well, no, they have to because otherwise everyone would want one.
That's
and
true.
Then none of the handicapped people would get one.
That's true.
Except for us. I'm sure other people did. Isn't that fucked up? I
I
remember
don't
doing
think
that.
other people did that, bud.
We did that just one time, I think. It was, yeah, and then we just pushed an empty wheelchair with full bags of free shit. Isn't that funny? Like, that's crazy.
Damn, that is nuts.
That's how you save money back in the 90s. Acting like you're handicapped to get free shit, dude. Dude, something like that.
People still do the same thing.
They do. We don't do it anymore, obviously.
Right.
I'm not...
A bad person.
No, but yeah, we just
for the
do
most
that.
part.
And well, my dad would come up with this idea of doing something like that, and I'm like, okay, like let's fucking do that. Yeah,
Right.
all right, I'll
Good
act
idea.
then I'd act like I was all fucked up, like
Yeah.
mentally fucked up too. I don't know why. I don't think he's probably like, what the fuck is he doing? I was just going along with the skit, dude. And then nowadays, so someone catches you doing that, they're gonna call CPS on you, dude.
Yep.
CPS took my baby. CPS took my baby.
CPS took
Yeah.
her baby. She's crying.
She's
Her.
crying. I just watched that, dude, the other day.
Well, Wonderful Wild Whites of West Virginia.
Yeah, that's
It's a
a
classic,
documentary.
dude.
That's a documentary.
I just saw, that is a documentary. I saw a video the other day it was a clip of Sue Bob, dude. She's still alive.
Oh, Sue Bob?
Yep. I think she said she's living in a homeless shelter or something, and everybody come see her, hang out.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Yeah, what were they living in before?
I'm Sue Bob. I'm the biggest, baddest, and the prettiest.
Sue Bob? Those people don't die. They don't ever die.
No.
No.
Popcorn Sutton. I mean, he died, but
Who?
Popcorn Sutton, the guy who made Moonshine. He's on like
Mm,
Moonshiners like originally, and like he started his own legit brewery or distillery, making moonshine.
We know
you can
most
buy
of
it
those-
right now.
most of those
Old
people,
Smoky Mountain Moonshine or something.
most of those people, they're not really moonshiners. They have like legit liquor licenses, and it's all show. It's all fake. Those reality
the thing.
shows. Did you know that?
Yeah, but this dude actually didn't. He didn't have shit.
Back in the day, the
Yeah.
original moonshiners, because a lot of those guys
Yeah.
went to jail. They all went to jail, and then
They're like, what the fuck? I don't get it. Why am I in jail? Oh, because you were on a fucking documentary
you were on a TV
showing
show,
how you're doing all this illegal shit.
and then like, oh, no one knows where we're at. Well, the people that make the show know where you're at.
Like, I literally just saw you on a map of Virginia. Like,
Yeah, they
and it has a dot.
Zoomed down, then it zoomed in. Like, okay, this
It
is gonna
goes
be
from
hard.
this part to this part, like a different county.
Yeah, and you drive this
Yeah, I
old,
wonder where you're
shitty,
at.
very distinguishable geo tracker
Yeah.
that I can just follow, and I just know where you're gonna go. So,
Don't know why they got caught. It's crazy.
yeah, and I don't know, dude. People are dumb, dude. But nowadays, I saw where most of that stuff's fake. A lot of those TV shows are fake, and people think they're real. Like Catfish. Have you seen that? I haven't seen it,
Yeah,
but
on
I know
MTV. Back in the
I know
day.
like the basis of it. Someone online.
Oh yeah, that's all real, 100%.
No, it's all fake.
No, that's real.
You're telling
Catfish?
me.
Yeah, that's
You're
real.
telling me that if you were the guy and
People
we're getting
are fucking
catfish.
suckers, dude.
No. People
are
get
dumb.
catfish, but the show is fake. So you're telling me if you were talking to some girl online and then you think you're gonna go meet her and there's a whole camera crew like gotcha, and you would be like, yeah, I'll sign the release forms. I'm gonna look stupid as fuck on TV. You would say, yeah, no. Well, maybe they would because they want their
They're
like
dumb, dude. They want that
people want
attention.
their 15 minutes of fame.
People are fucked in the head. That's why I think it could be possibly
maybe,
true. You know,
no,
you
I
never
read
know.
it was fake, but
It probably is. I have no idea.
I mean, a lot of the original reality TV shows were real. Like To Catch a Predator with Chris Hansen. That was real.
That's hilarious.
And they don't do that anymore. Yeah, all of a sudden Chris Hansen shows up like, fuck, I thought you were a 14-year-old girl.
Yeah, because I think they kept killing themselves and stuff.
Okay.
Because of all the publicity, negative shit that it drew to those people.
I thought there was no bad publicity. Any publicity is good publicity.
Exactly.
Unless
Fuck
you're a
'em.
pedophile.
Yeah.
Yeah. But there was a guy in my hometown where I'm from. They were just making their own. They were doing their own To Catch a Predator. And they were like staging this stuff online. And then they were going and just beating the fuck out of these people.
Damn.
Yeah, they're just making YouTube videos. And they weren't doing it for the money. They were just
doing
doing
it for funsies.
Yeah, isn't that crazy? My brother told me, he's like, dude, check this out. He's like, this is, like, they didn't live in my hometown, but they would just travel around from little town to little town. And then they showed, dude, just beat the fuck out of these crazy. Isn't that crazy that people
That's
do
sweet.
shit like
yeah,
that?
I'm all about that life.
Yeah, I don't know, dude. That's just ballsy and crazy because you don't know. These people are obviously mentally insane that you're going
Mentally
to
ill,
see.
yeah.
Yeah, there's a couple people online that I have seen on like TikTok that do that, but he doesn't beat them up. He just like confronts them, but then the people just run away. It's like,
hey, just start chasing after him with a fucking wiffle ball bat.
He's like, no, he's like, come back and talk to me, or I'm gonna call the cops. And then they come talk to him. Then he calls the cops anyways. It's like, gotcha, motherfucker. And dude, it's fucked up that people do that shit, dude. Not that part. The people that are the fucking pedophiles.
Right.
Shit, dude.
Yeah, just don't be a fucking creeper.
There's more of them than you expect, dude. You can look on your county sheriff website and see how close they live to you. Did you never know that? Have you ever done that?
Yeah, I've done it.
Yeah. Was there a big star
I haven't done
on
it.
your residence?
I haven't done it since I lived near here, but the last town I lived, I did it, and it was like, holy shit, dude.
Yeah, I did that too. Before I buy a house, I look at that. And
That's why this one town that I used to live in, dude, they would build all these parks. And I kept wondering, like, why the fuck are they building parks, like a city park? Why are we building so many of these? But then I finally figured it out. They had so many child molesters in this area that they're like, if we have a park, you can't live within 3 miles or 5 miles of the park.
Oh.
So they're like, we'll just take this old shitty land, put a bench on it,
like
and
an old
concrete.
landfill or something.
Now it's a park. Now it's a park.
Oh.
And now the pedophiles living there, I think they can still live there just because, like, by grandfathered in, but new ones can't move in. And once they move out, new ones can't move in. You know what I mean?
And eventually,
how crazy is that, though? This city was just like,
that's smart.
We're just going to start building more parks. Push back on these motherfuckers.
Yeah, dude, cities they just do whatever they can to put a Band-Aid on their situation and pawn it off on another cities. Yeah. That's what they've always done.
Yeah.
Like, that's what I would do. What else do you do? You can't...
That's like you're telling me the other day, and people, like the homeless people and stuff, going down the highway on the way to, like, the Kentucky Derby.
Down Louisville, yeah. Every year, the Kentucky Derby, the 149th annual Kentucky Derby, is this May, or I think it's the beginning of May, end of April. It's a whole week-long event. And starting about right now, or not right now, last month, they started, like a month before the whole event, they come through with bulldozers and all the tents and stuff, the people that are living in the tents and stuff, they literally just bulldoze it all into a fucking big thing and then dump it, scoop it up and put it in the back of a garbage truck and take it all away. So imagine this shit.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Like underpasses and stuff. Because I've been driving through there.
Exit, yeah.
I've been driving through there before, and I see, like, a lot of homeless people under, like, highway overpasses and stuff.
Now they come down and leaf blow all that shit out of there and then fucking scoop it up. I swear to God, every year they do this because they don't want to. The Kentucky Derby is like a big
money maker.
Well, it's a big, it's supposed to be like a high class event. Just to get into it, there's a dress code and you have to, like, it's a thing, man.
Yeah,
it's like a big thing. There's people that come in from like Dubai and all these places. I mean, these people fly in horses from all these other countries they rent an airplane with whoever, like whatever shipping company, and then they ship them here. Like, that's not cheap. So these
big money
horses are multi-million dollars. They don't want to show up here and see a bunch of people like being homeless, I guess. So what's fucked up though is instead of doing anything about it, they just bulldoze it all out. And by the time they get to rebuild, the Kentucky Derby's over. So then you'll see tents and stuff everywhere again.
It's crazy.
They're fucked up. Like, they don't try to, like, build. They're just a temporary patch. They don't try to build, like, homes for these fucking people now.
Renting a dozer twice a year.
Twice a year.
Once a year for that.
Spring cleaning. Just come through and fucking bulldoze them all off. Like, literally just, like, there was this one exit. These homeless people down there off this exit. It was, like, 2 exits away from the Kentucky Derby. these homeless, there's tents everywhere, and they were living there. These guys had their own Rumpke trash cans. They just like literally like, this is our home now. They rented Rumpke trash cans.
Damn.
And we're living there. And then I came by one day. I was like, dude, what happened to all that shit? They bulldozed it all the way up. They even took dirt with it, like all the dirt. And it's a clean slate now.
That's crazy.
That is fucked up. Yeah, but they do that every year just for an appearance. Like they don't want the appearance of the city looking like it actually is.
That's nuts.
Just for a bunch of rich people just to come visit for a week. Isn't that
what
fucked
a world,
up?
dude.
Yeah, that's the world we live in.
What a world. Holy fuck.
Yeah, yesterday, well, until yesterday, when you showed me this documentary of, what was that called? What were those people called?
Oh, it's a YouTube channel called Best Documentary, and then one's called Free Documentary.
Okay, yeah.
And they do awesome documentaries on shit. Like, they're boots on the ground journalism. Like, they're there seeing the shit firsthand, recording everything, and just, like, translating, putting a story together of, like, these people's day-to-day lives.
Who?
Like, the documentary company.
No, but who are they documenting?
Just normal people in other countries, like, different parts of Africa, like Kenya, Zimbabwe,
Well, it's not
Europe,
normal. It's not normal. What
the
we
UK,
think.
Australia. They go all over the world, literally.
I didn't know these documentaries existed. And up until yesterday, I thought, my theory was that our technology is so far advanced now that we almost are to a point in life where we don't need normal everyday jobs like trucking, shipping, farming. Like, that can all be done with, like, technology. We're almost to a point. That's what I thought until
Where
yesterday.
it's possible, yeah.
Until you get to see these documentaries where a dude takes these dudes a week just to drive an empty truck somewhere because all their roads are mud. I was like, holy shit, dude, we're living like kings over here.
Yeah.
I had no idea, dude. I was like
they're getting stuck every 5 minutes.
Yeah, you get out, shove your weight, drive, and then your buddy comes with his 4-wheel drive to pull you out.
Then he gets stuck.
Then he gets stuck. And it's like, that one we watched was in Armenia, I think. I was like, what? I had no idea.
Yeah.
I had no idea. I've been to a bunch of other countries too, but none of them were like that. Like, everyone I've been to had roads, and these dudes are just like out there living like this every single day, or going down and mining. What was it? Cobalt
and gold. And they would climb down in these like holes made by them where they just dig straight down 40 feet and then start tunneling, like take a left or right and just start tunneling that way.
Yeah.
One bag at a time, 40, 50-pound bags each one. So, like, every amount of dirt that would fit in a bag this big, that's how much they get out at a time. And they pull it all the way up this pulley system. They did that for, like, 3 days, and they got 0.2 grams of gold.
The guy's like, I give you €3 for it.
He's like, I give you €3, or €3, yeah.
Yeah, she's like, I think I'll come back.
Damn. She's like, I'll wait till I get more and come back.
Yeah. That's
Damn.
fucking nuts. And then the cobalt, the cobalt, they're digging out the tunnels where they were digging cobalt. Those are big bags of cobalt.
Yeah.
All for our phones and shit that we just throw away.
Cell phones and lithium batteries.
Yeah. For new lithium cars and stuff or whatever, lithium batteries. And these people are just doing the shit. And there's no shoring or nothing, so they all just, like, most of them just die.
Right.
What the fuck? That's so crazy, dude. But yeah, I thought up until yesterday, I was like, dude, we're at a point where every job that you have now is just a bonus job where you have to be either an entertainer, like playing professional basketball or writing books or just doing some kind of bonus job that's not an actual necessity to live, like if you want extra money.
Right.
Yeah, I was way off. I was so
way
far
off, dude. The world is nuts.
Yeah, I was so far off on that, dude. Like,
the world is so crazy.
Yeah, because I was thinking like with all the AI and like what's that, Chat GPT or whatever?
Chat GPT, dude.
Yeah, you've been playing with that, dude.
Nuts.
I was thinking, dude, kids nowadays don't even have to like copy and paste from websites when you have to do like a report at school.
Right.
These kids are just writing this stuff or whatever, or not writing.
Yeah,
they're just
like,
typing in or what they need.
Like, hello, Chat GPT. I'm a 7th grader and I need to write an English history paper or a history paper on whatever the fuck they're doing.
Yeah, the Civil War.
Make it 7 paragraphs, 5 sentences per paragraph.
And make it so...
Make it not...
Make it so Abraham Lincoln was the bad guy, and it'll do it.
It will.
And it'll draw a picture,
and it'll,
too.
like, spit it out within, I would say, 2 minutes, probably.
That's nuts. And I thought that... Like, how do you improve that? Like, how do you prove that? The kids are doing this shit.
You just know the kids. that's where it'd be the teacher's intuition to just be like,
Well,
wait a minute. Corey did not fucking write this paper.
how do you know? Maybe
the
I'm
dude's a
practicing.
dipshit.
Maybe I've been practicing
And
my
he's never
writing
been able to
skills.
spell anything right. But now this paper is absolutely perfect.
I've been practicing.
You'd
do you
probably
prove
go
it?
back and like fuck some stuff up here and there. That's how you. That's
exactly
how you
what
get
I would
around it.
do. It's
Like,
exactly
oh well, if
what I
it was
would do.
ChatGPT, it wouldn't have spelled fucking the wrong.
Yeah, they
Day
THA
Day
K
DEY. Like, what the fuck?
Day DEY. Yeah, and I used to do that though. I actually used to do that. That way I did because when we were like have to write like English papers, the whole thing was don't plagiarize. So I would just change like a couple words here and there, dude.
And then it probably wouldn't make sense because you just changed the wrong words and shit.
Yeah, but I would still pass because
Right? Well, at least you wrote something down.
is this a real thing?
Poor little fella.
Yeah. No, I was just copy and pasting. Once I figured out how to copy and paste,
Right.
I mean, kids don't even have to do that now.
What was that website called that used to do that? Copy. It was like where we used to steal all the information.
I copyandpaste.com. I don't know. There was a website. I forgot about that. That was before my time, dude. I have to go to each website and copy and paste. I had to find the website.
You just go on Wikipedia
Old
and
school.
copy and paste.
Yeah, I would,
Like
I would.
the fucking years and parentheses and shit and everything.
Yeah. And add a couple extra parentheses here and there, just make it look like I knew what I was doing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And then I used to think that was such a serious crime. Is that? Do you actually go to jail for that?
I think it's a fine. I don't know. I guess it depends on how much money you make. Like if I copied this book
And
word for
turn
word,
it for
page for
yours?
page, and then republished it as my own,
Just make
I'd probably get like a big fine and maybe jail time. I'm not sure.
Let's make a couple grammatic errors, dude.
America with an H.
American. Put an N at the end of each word, America. That way your word counts longer,
Yeah.
too, when they check it.
Put it all into Word and just Control F. Find that. Change
N,
America
N,
to
N,
American.
And then change some of the M's in American to N's.
People wouldn't even notice reading it probably.
No, exactly. But I used to think,
Except people like my wife. She would definitely notice.
yeah, but that's only if you publish a book, though. Like, they used to tell us, when we were in school, they used to tell us that if we plagiarized, we were going to go to jail. Like, I thought the people that consisted of
You're
jail
gonna go
was
to jail and you're gonna
murderers.
get raped.
Yeah, murderers, rapists, and people that plagiarize shit. I'm like, holy fuck, dude. I was like, I do not want to go to prison for this. That's what they told us. And
The teachers fucking got you so good.
I still did it.
That's awesome.
I still did it, dude.
You took the chance, dude.
No, I was just smarter about it.
Just willing to get raped for a fucking paper.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, dude, it's crazy, man.
Time out for 1 second. Is that fucking still recording and everything? Okay, just
There's
making
no
sure.
timeouts. We are live right now.
I could cut that out, no
on
problem. I
YouTube.
just chop. It's gone.
Just
just waiting
remember,
for a
on
good
this show,
time.
we never chop anything or cut anything.
Chop.
It's all live as you see it. I say
Oh,
that's
that'll be
like every
sweet.
episode, too.
Hey, turn it to my camera for a sec. We never chop anything out. Chop. That's gonna be sweet when I can make that like
And I'll turn it to
fast
my
as
camera.
fuck. Chop.
Yeah, turn it to my camera now. It wasn't that sweet. It was not that sweet. that one little thing was not that sweet. Chop.
And the thing goes crap.
Oh my god, dude.
Boom,
Don't
boom,
even
pop,
start
pop.
that shit again, dude.
Skip pop.
Our sponsor today is by Adderall. We all need a little Adderall in our life, especially you.
No,
They're not our sponsor.
we're
I
not
wish,
sponsored by Adderall.
dude, that'd be cool though.
I mean, is Adderall? Is
I don't know
that
if that's
even
a
a
thing.
fucking company, or is that just like? Is it?
We need you're a fact checker. You're supposed to have answers.
Yeah, you need to fucking get better
You're
at
the
the
one that
computer
went
and
to
shit.
school and shit. You're supposed to have answers for stuff like this.
Today's video sponsor break is brought to you by zachNcory Podcast.
Yeah.
New merch store is dropping live here and hopefully this week
Yeah,
if
hopefully
everything
this
goes
week.
smooth.
Yeah.
And make sure you guys show us love by supporting the channel and buying a motherfucking t-shirt. They're sweet. I've been testing them for weeks now.
Yeah, and I got some sweet.
What?
We got some sweet lineups too. We're gonna do my favorite segment of the show. It's called Fact or Fiction, which actually I thought I came up with that name, and come to find out, it was a TV show for like 20 years.
Come to find out you copied it.
Yep, plagiarized it right off the computer.
You're going to jail and going to get raped.
Yeah, I can't wait, dude. No, so I changed it. It's called now. The new segment is called. What did I name it? I wrote it down somewhere. Oh yeah. Why would I lie? Or why would you lie?
But Corey, why would you lie?
Well, thanks for that segment. This segment's called Why Would You Lie? This is where you have to decide whether what I'm telling you is true, a true fact from the internet, or
made up.
something that I completely made up.
Great.
Try to figure it out.
Let me put on my seatbelt for this one.
Yeah. Now, with a lot of this, I wrote all this stuff down. I read it out when I think about it or find it a fact on the internet. And I was going back and writing them down, picking out the ones I wanted to do for this show, and I couldn't remember which ones were true and not.
You forgot already?
I had to go back and do it all,
Damn.
look it all up again.
That's what you get for not taking good notes.
Yeah, I didn't write either T or F, like true or false.
Maybe if you would have wrote a little better in your English papers growing up, you would
No,
have
I wouldn't make
remembered
any
to write
difference,
that down.
dude. No, I'm such a good
So you used to
writer.
copy and shit.
No, I'm such a good writer. It all seemed believable. That was the problem.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure that's what it was.
Well, you decide. You ready?
Well, let's hear it. I'm waiting.
Okay, the first one, and don't be afraid to ask me like a follow-up question. If you're not sure about something, I might not have an answer, but I might give you one. Okay, before the day of MapQuest and Google Maps with cell phones, you remember MapQuest?
Yep.
Before the days of MapQuest and Google Maps, and even before sectional charts that people used, when people would get lost on the side of the road while traveling across country, they would have to stop, get out, find a payphone, and what they would do is they'd call these people sitting in a room somewhere, and they call them navigational hotlines. And you would have to call them and try to describe where you were. You would call these people on the phone, describe where you're at, and there's rooms full of people, and all they had just maps everywhere. And they'd be, okay, you need to go this way, and they give you step-by-step and directions, basically until the next payphone, if you needed it. They were called navigation hotlines.
Okay, I'm going to say that's not true.
No follow-up questions needed?
Nope.
That's actually true.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is.
No, it's not.
Yeah. No,
you read that on the internet somewhere. It's 100%
No, I saw
made
a
up.
picture of it,
It's
too.
not a thing.
Yeah. How else would you find your way?
You just
The
fucking
stars?
ask people for directions. That's what people did. We used to always do that.
That's what you did. You called somebody, and it's called a navigation hotline. Like, hey, I need directions.
No.
Because the dumb guy at the gas station, people that worked at gas stations back then weren't very smart.
No, they were smarter
They
back
could
then
tell
than they
you-
are now.
No, they could
That's
tell you
for sure.
They could tell you how to get to their house, which didn't help you, unless they had a phone there. That's true.
I don't think that's true.
I
I'm
think
pretty
that
sure that's
one's
false.
true. You know, we're gonna have to follow up on.
I'm gonna follow up on that one
Okay.
because that's fucked.
Okay. These are, I guess I didn't tell you the category, but it doesn't really matter. The category is traveling and, traveling. That's all.
Traveling.
Travel Express. Okay, this one here. In 1952, two guys set out to set the world record for the longest distance traveled in a vehicle without stopping. They drove all the way from San Diego to New York City and back without stopping their vehicle one time or getting out of their vehicle.
And when? 1952?
Cadillac.
I feel like
You ask me any questions about that?
I feel like it wasn't 1952.
No. I'm not. Either the whole fucking thing is made up. It's not going to be one
it's
detail.
just not one part.
No, it's not just like one detail. Like, I told you it was a Cadillac, but it was a Buick. No, it's either the whole thing is true or the whole thing is false. It's not one detail. It's not
I mean, it's definitely possible. So yeah, I would think that's true.
with or without getting gas the whole way.
Oh no.
They didn't stop the car the entire time.
Yeah, I know
Two
that, but I
guys.
mean, like they probably filled up with another car, like driving next to them, right?
Yeah, they stop at an airport, and when they stop, they get on an airport and then fill it up from the side.
Right. So that is true, right?
Yeah, that is true.
I figured.
Yeah, they
'cause
drove
I know somebody just did that not
6,300
long ago in a
miles.
BMW.
Oh, really?
They drove like super ridiculously far, but they would have like fuel trucks roll up next
That's
to them.
what they did. Yeah.
And like they had it to where it would hook the gas basically up. They had a special connector and shit to fill it up
Yep.
while they're going.
Isn't that crazy? Imagine driving all the way from San Diego to New York without stopping. Just two dudes. Like, you take turns sleeping.
Just
and
cocaine,
I
dude.
forget-
Just
well,
like a lot.
Yeah, the 50s. Yeah, you just do a bunch of cocaine. But
I don't even know if they had coke in the 50s,
I don't know. It was more like the 70s and 80s, I think.
80s, early 80s.
Okay, the next one is very similar to that one. The longest time spent in an airplane. I set out to break this record, and then I found out what it was. And
Like, fuck
I
that.
decided not to. Can you guess the longest time spent in an airplane? It was a Cessna. I forget the
A
model.
Cessna.
Yeah, this was a Cessna.
Oh,
They took
God.
the back
So
seats
it's like-
out. This was like, I don't remember the model. It was like a 172 or 182 or something.
21 hours.
I wrote down, tell me if this is true, two guys spent 64 days straight in a Cessna and set the world record for the longest time spent without touching the ground and without landing. They had their own oil system that they could refill the oil from inside.
I was going to say that'd be an issue. Some things burn a little oil.
And then they had this fuel truck. The one guy would hang out on the strut, grab the fuel thing, and overwing fuel it while they drove down the runway. 64 days.
It's not true.
That is true.
No.
100% that is true.
No.
Yes, 100%. They had a bucket in the back that they would shit in, and
dump it out the back.
They had a basket they would, when they were refilling, they lower it down and get food and stuff. Isn't that crazy?
Crazy. That's
yeah.
In a Cessna, it'd be like so insane.
Flying
on
time.
a like 777 or 787 Dreamliner in first class for 18 hours, 20 hours.
Yeah, where you can stand up
and walk around and lay down and sleep, and that's different.
And you're not flying the plane either.
Right after I said 21, what did I say? 21
I don't
hours.
Remember what you said.
Right after I said that, I started thinking about it. I was like, oh, I forgot about the military, because the military shit's up there for a long time, like days at a time.
You basically could fly one of those, like the 707, until you run out of oil, because you can't refill the oil in flight. But they would fly for at least 13 to 15 hours, in-flight refuel with a boom. Right above the doors, it would open up. You come flying, you just keep going. Yeah. Why stop and you just keep going?
And a Cessna, dude, that's crazy.
Yeah, it was like
a Cessna's an uncomfortable ass plane.
64 days, dude. No one's ever come close to breaking that record. No one probably will.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to.
No, your engine's fucking... Imagine you make it to 60.
Like, you literally need an overhaul.
Imagine you make it to day 60, and then all of a sudden you start having engine problems. Like, you just wasted 60 days of your life for no reason.
Right.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
But I bet we could convince somebody, like Red Bull, to sponsor us if we tried to do it.
Oh, that would be sweet.
I would hate you so fucking much sitting in a goddamn plane with you for 60.
Dude, I would be like...
60
dude, we'd have to, like, have podcast shit and just record the whole time.
The whole time just making podcasts.
Live stream it, dude.
Yeah. Yeah, this is, I forget what year it was. I think it was like the 70s or 80s they did this.
Damn,
so there's no,
that's
like...
so insane.
No real good autopilot or nothing, dude.
We should get Red Thunder to sponsor us, dude.
Oh, instead of Red Bull from
yeah,
Aldi?
Dude, Red Thunder,
yeah.
like, hey, you want to surpass Red Bull, bro? Like,
yeah,
this
dude,
is how.
This is what we're going to do. Okay, I got a couple more of these here. Running out of time, dude.
I got all the time in the world.
I guess so. Okay, I'm going to give you specifics on this one, which probably makes you think that I made it up. Just wait and see. The year was 2013. The name, Irvin Gordon. This guy set a record in a vehicle. He clocked over 3 million miles in a 1966 Volvo. He lived in Anchorage, Alaska, and it took him until 2014. He had 3,039,122 miles on his vehicle. Is that believable or not?
No.
You don't think so?
3 million's too many.
Nope, it's true.
Bullshit.
Damn, I'm throwing you a lot of true ones today, thinking I'm going to be lying.
No. So, problem with that is you said in Alaska.
No. He didn't drive it only in Alaska. This is where he lived. His base of residency was in Alaska.
So, where in the fuck was this dude driving and why?
Probably down to Washington State and back every couple weeks. That's a long trek.
It's a long track, but your average speed isn't that fucking fast. It's like probably an average of 50 miles per hour.
Okay.
That would take so long. You just said it was 2013?
No, the car was a 1966.
Oh.
Yeah. The vehicle was like an old Volvo.
That's more believable.
Yeah, that's true. It's not fucking made up.
Oh.
Yeah, no, the car wasn't in 2013.
That's why I was like so confused.
Time.
It's like there's no fucking. That's like the time. You know what I mean? That's crazy.
Yeah, that one's crazy.
Volvo. Shout out Volvo.
Okay.
Was it a diesel?
It doesn't say.
Probably.
It probably was. Okay, and then I got just two more short ones. The average time a human being spends in traffic a year is 42 hours a year.
I think that's
unless you drive with me.
Probably true.
Yeah, that is true.
42 hours of your life is wasted driving.
Every year. It's something like that. Yeah.
You know what's crazy? Those documentaries we were watching, theirs is a lot higher than that. Dude, they would have a traffic jam with one truck stuck in mud on a one-lane mud road.
Yeah.
And they would cause traffic for 7 days.
Once the one car got stuck, then the guy behind him was like, oh, shit. Slides off to the side. Now he's stuck, and the next guy's stuck, and the next guy's stuck. Okay, I got one more, and I meant to do 5 of these, but I ended up writing down a bunch of them. Okay, in Rhode Island, there's an old law from the 80s that says it's illegal to drive a car older than 1982 without applying for a classic car permit. So yeah, you can get historical plates, but you also have to get a exempt permit. Just like you got to get a hunting license, you got a permit to fish. If your car's older than 1982, you have to apply for an additional permit. You don't have to do anything else different. You just have to apply. You just have to pay more money because your car's a classic car.
I guess that's true. I don't know.
Nope, made that one up, dude.
Yeah, I don't.
Made that one completely up.
I don't give a fuck about that one at all. That has nothing to do with anything that I care about at all.
Imagine
Vermont, dude. What a random fucking state.
No, Rhode Island.
I thought you said Vermont.
It doesn't matter. I made the whole fucking thing up. None of it's true.
Yeah, you're just making shit up.
Yeah, because none of it's true.
Wasting my fucking minutes, dude.
I love wasting your time.
Good at it.
Remember when I made you sit in traffic for fucking hours that one day? Just to see?
Yeah.
You're like...
Yes, I do. I do remember that.
And then come to find out you knew what was going on the whole time, so it was your fault.
I forgot.
Your wife was running in an event that you knew about, and I said, hey, I want to see what happens. If this is a wreck, I want to see. So I'm like...
I said, no, dude, just go around the traffic.
I want to see what happens. I want to see what this is up there. And there was nothing but
like
people just turning into...
It was like an hour of fucking traffic.
Over an hour of just sitting there in traffic, waiting.
And the whole time Corey's saying, I enjoy traffic.
I
like traffic. Traffic's awesome.
Well, I wanted to see what happened. It was a big wreck. I wanted to see it. And then come to find out, we get there, and there's just a bunch of people like trying to turn left into a running farm to go run a race. And you're like, oh, yeah, I think my wife's doing that. I'm like, you knew this whole fucking time what was going on?
I forgot.
So that was your own fault, dude.
Well, you'll have that, you know?
Yeah. So that's the end of that. That's the end of that segment. Called Why Would You Lie?
Let me talk about my documentary that I saw about the science experiment.
I do want to hear about this, actually.
Alrighty. The Milgram experiment was this study that was done at Yale in 1962. And what it was these scientists were basically trying to understand like why people would listen to Hitler. Because, like, you know, Hitler's obviously a fucking nutcase, right?
Oh, to see, like, why people
and they're
would
just
follow
like,
through with, like, the directions and
right.
stuff? Like,
they're just like,
people?
Like, what made these people listen to this dude and trust this guy?
Yeah.
So, what they did was an experiment where they had, like, I forget how many people exactly. It was, like, say 5 normal people, like random volunteers for a science project, basically.
Okay.
And then 5 people that were in on it, like scientists that was like, you know, kind of actors.
Okay.
So then they put all these numbers in a hat, like drew, like, oh yeah, you're playing this guy, you're playing this guy, you're the good guy, you're the bad guy, you know, whatever. They just separated them out, but it wasn't really random.
Oh,
like it was all planned.
staged?
It was a scam.
Okay.
So
what was an experiment? They're just trying to see,
just trying to figure out. So what happened was they have this machine they put this thing on their wrist or their arm or something, and basically on the other side of this wall you would flip a switch, and when you flip the switch it would send like 30 volts through that person's body momentarily. Like,
okay, so let me see if I got this. So the one guy was on one side of this wall,
right,
and
which was actually the science people, or the test guinea pigs.
Like the people that didn't know
the people that didn't know really what was going on.
So they were controlling this box, like an electric box.
Right.
And the guy on the other side of the wall that they couldn't see had all the electrodes and stuff hooked up.
But he didn't actually have the electrodes hooked up. They acted like they did, and then they took them off once the guinea pigs were on the other side.
Okay.
So then, basically, they would have this doctor or the scientist wearing a white coat, like, basically as a man of power, like this guy's in charge. He's in charge of this shit. Yeah, I got people with authority. Yeah.
Okay.
So the dude would be like, "All right, ask him question number 1," and there's like 15 questions or some shit, 15 different levels of shock, and I think it was like from 30 volts to 365 volts or some shit.
After he asked him the question, they just shocked
him?
him?
After about, I think, was it 200 and something volts? Like you can die. Like you can just die.
I have no idea.
Like it's 200 or 300, I can't remember. But anyways, this machine went up higher than that.
So they shocked him every time? They shocked him every single time they asked him a question?
No, they had to get the question wrong. They said, ask this guy these questions.
Oh,
They said, ask him, you know, what color is this or whatever, you know,
Yeah.
like green.
And then the guy on the other side of the wall is just
He was acting like a sucker. He's like, that's blue. And they'd be like, incorrect, zap, and they would shock him real quick. And each time it got stronger and stronger.
Yeah.
And then once they hit the 240 volt or whatever is the point where it can actually kill you, they told the guys flipping the switches, they're like, hey, just so you know, at 240 volts, you can kill him. Like, but we have to do this. We need to get this done. We need this information. And these guys are just like I really don't want to, but they'd flip the 100 volt switch, right? They'd momentarily hit it, and then the dude on the other side of the wall is like, like
just pretending to be,
like, ow,
just
fuck.
pretending to be.
Let me out of here.
Let me
So
out.
you got this
Let me
guy
out.
just yelling like, let me out of here, like he just needs out. And then this guy over here is just like trying to do the experiment because he thinks it's like really important to get this information because this random dude in a white lab coat's
Like,
telling him
just
like
a nobody, but he
a
thought
fucking nobody.
in his head he thought it was somebody of like
Somebody
importance.
important. Yeah. So that's like the Hitler theory. But then
That's crazy as
But
fuck,
then,
dude.
so the real crazy moment was when they're like, "All right, go to the 365. Like, it's gonna kill him.
That's it went
like-
up to like 365
Yeah.
volts.
Like, if you flip this, he's probably gonna die. Like, 99% chance he's gonna die." And then they're just like the guys are kind of freaking out, like, "Oh, I really don't want to do this." But this guy in this white lab coat's like, "You need to fucking do this, man." And
And then
they're
they
like,
did it?
they did it, and that was on 340 volts, where you can die.
Yeah.
They flipped that one like real quick. You could tell he like
Yeah.
didn't want to, and then the guy on the other side, the actor, like, you know, the guy in on it,
Yeah.
acted like he was dead. He was just like,
It just didn't say nothing.
Yeah.
From screaming to
yeah.
nothing
so then,
at all.
So then, yeah, screaming, "Let me out! Let me out! Let me out!"
And then just silent.
Ah! And then just
Jesus
silence.
Christ.
So then, after the silence, the guy's like, "Oh, this is kind of weird." He's like, "Ask him another question." So he asked him the final question,
Yeah.
and then he didn't say anything because he was acting dead.
Oh
And
my
the guy's
God.
like,
Holy
flipped
shit,
it anyways.
dude.
And during this experiment, what they found out was 65% of the people
Yeah.
that was, so over half
The
of the people,
ones asking the questions.
of the random people that didn't know,
Yeah. Well, yeah. The people that were.
yeah,
experiments.
65% of them actually would flip the switch to kill somebody because somebody told them to do it.
Someone of authority.
Somebody of authority telling you to do something
Just
has that much power.
Some guy, you just go to a clinic somewhere and you just, some guy's wearing a lab coat and a
You
clipboard.
just start
and
doing
he's
shit
like,
that he says.
"Hey, I need you to do this.
Yeah.
Trust me." And
How
you're like,
fucking crazy is that?
oh, dude, that is crazy.
Dude, the 60s was wild. They're just like, "Yo, we got to do this shit."
Well, I mean, it was really before that, even the 40s.
Yeah, but they're like, we got to find out. You know what I mean? Like, why people would listen to Hitler? Like, how?
I think Darren Brown did something super similar.
Oh yeah.
You know who that is?
No.
He's like a performer. He does like mentalism. It's all fake though. He tells you it's all fake. He convinced some guy to like push another guy off a building. Like,
No shit.
yeah, and they did it. The guy pushed him off because he had to, but there was really like a bag down below. But the guy thought it was real.
Damn.
The guy thought it was real, and I forget what he did exactly, but he was just to show like, this is how fucked up people
Damn,
are.
dude, that's
and when they
fucked.
feel under pressure and stuff, like, and when someone of authority is telling them, they'll do it. People just do whatever.
That's crazy.
That is
Fucking
crazy.
sheeps, man.
Yeah, 65% of people apparently, probably more now. And that was probably that experiment you were talking about, the Milgram experiment, probably with no like propaganda either, like beforehand or anything.
Right. It was just like random
Like,
volunteers.
like saying that the guy on the other side of the wall was a bad person, like they did back in like
right.
World War II. 'cause
They didn't
that's
say like, oh,
nothing,
yeah, the dude on the other side of this wall was a
like a rapist.
serial killer.
Yeah, you just
rapist.
fucking go straight to 340, dude. Like fuck him, dude. I don't give a fuck. Wrong one,
Just
wrong
flip
answer.
it on and walk out.
Yeah, like, fuck him. No, that was just like him thinking they were all there to be. The other guy's just fucked.
Dude,
That's
so crazy.
65% of normal people with no external like programming would do something like that.
Kill somebody just because some dude in a lab coat told you to.
Do you think that's changed since the times have changed? Do you think the mentality of
It's
people?
probably went down. I'd
I
say we
doubt
got
it.
worse.
So
I'm saying
the
like
amount-
we
the
got
amount-
worse.
The amount's gone up. The percentage has gone
Yeah,
up of people.
yeah, I'm sure it has.
75, 80%.
People
dude.
don't think about shit. They're just
Dude, we
stupid.
should try to duplicate that experiment.
We need some fucking lab coats, dude.
Just buy one. Like, hey, yeah. So you get a
Start telling people shit to do.
get
like,
a pipe and some lab coats. You can just like, I bet we could
go
you
to
need more
Walmart.
than- how many
Just go to
people?
Walmart in a lab coat and start
Yeah.
talking to people like, "Hey, go fucking punch that dude in the head.
We'll give you $20. We need it for an experiment. He'd be like, okay.
It's for science."
Yeah. It'd probably have to be a little more elaborate than that, but But
make up some bullshit, dude.
I bet you we could duplicate it, but there's no real point to, because it's just,
It'd be funny.
it'd be scary as fuck to see how many people actually like went through with it. Like, oh, holy fuck, this dude thinks he's killing. Like, then we just like ask him to leave and never tell him.
Damn.
Gotcha,
Hell yeah.
gotcha, and give him his $20 and he's out of there.
April Fools.
April Fools. No, you'd be even more
Relax,
fucked
bro.
up.
It's just a prank.
It'd be even more fucked up. It's like if you're like walking that guy out, and then you're carrying the other guy out on a stretcher, like with a white blanket over him. Like, well, I guess we saved $20. We only had to pay one of our guys today. And
That'd
then
be classic as
dude,
fuck.
that'd be crazy. If you fuck somebody's mentality up, dude, you
Yeah.
can make someone like really fucking
Like
crazy.
actually go nuts.
Yeah, they would be like straight depression.
Damn.
Fuck, all for a prank.
Just a prank, bro. Relax.
No, it's just an experiment, dude. It's just an experiment.
Damn. I love it. What a world.
I know. I got more stuff to talk about, dude. I think we'll just save it until the next episode, though.
Might as well. Yeah.
I got a bumper sticker theory coming for the next episode. We got multiple more. Why would you lies? If you like those, I don't know. We're still testing those out and seeing if people like those or not. We got a couple of people really.
Because nobody's left any comments to like give us feedback.
Yeah, a couple of people have.
Yeah.
I guess you just don't get on there and read. You're just over there watching documentaries of people in Armenia and literally watching hours and hours of people just digging their trucks out of mud.
I know. It makes me feel better about myself.
Yeah, it does. Anyways, until next time, don't forget to subscribe. Click the bell for this notifications. Give us a like. Share our fucking videos, man.
Thanks for watching our podcast. We greatly appreciate it. Make sure you check out the merch store. Link in the description.
Merch store. New merch store. zachNcory.
Smash that add to cart button.
All right.
Add that shit to cart.
All right.
Cut.
Cut.